For years, I told myself I was fine. Not happy, not fulfilled, just fine. And that lie quietly shaped every decision I made. I learned early how to survive by lowering expectations. If I didn't want too much, I couldn't be disappointed. If I stayed busy, I didn't have to feel anything. If I called it being realistic, no one could argue. On the outside, my life looked stable. I had a job that paid the bills, a routine that made sense. People around me would say things like, "You're doing well," or "At least you're secure." And I nodded. I agreed. I even believed it. The lie I told myself was simple and convincing. This is just how adult life feels. I thought everyone woke up tired. I thought everyone felt a quiet heaviness on Sunday nights. I thought everyone ignored the voice inside them that whispered, "There's more than this." So I ignored it too. Every morning followed the same pattern. Alarm, shower, coffee that tasted more like habit than enjoyment. Commute, screens, deadlines, small talk, repeat. I wasn't miserable enough to leave. I wasn't happy enough to stay. That gray space became my comfort zone. I told myself I was being responsible. I told myself dreams were for younger people. I told myself passion fades and routine replaces it. That lie kept me safe, and it kept me stuck.
The moment that changed everything wasn't dramatic. No breakdown, no shouting, no sudden tragedy. It was a question. I was sitting across from an old friend I hadn't seen in years. We were in a quiet cafe, the kind where conversations feel heavier because the room doesn't distract you. He looked tired, but alive. Different from me. He asked casually, "Are you still happy doing what you're doing?" I opened my mouth to answer automatically, "Yes," but the word didn't come out. Instead, there was silence, long enough to feel uncomfortable, long enough to feel exposed. He didn't rush me, he just waited. And in that pause, something cracked. I realized I didn't know how to answer without lying. I finally said, "I don't know." That scared me more than saying no. That night, I couldn't sleep, not because of anxiety, but because of clarity. The kind that shows up late, uninvited, and refuses to leave. I saw my life not as it was, but as it was becoming. Same job, same excuses, same numb acceptance. 5 years from now, 10 years from now. That's when I understood the real lie. It wasn't that I was fine, it was that I had time. Admitting the truth didn't fix anything immediately. In fact, it made things harder. Once you see the lie, you can't unsee it. Work felt heavier. Conversations felt hollow. The routines that once kept me comfortable now felt like walls closing in. I tried to negotiate with myself. Just wait one more year. Things might change on their own. Don't overreact. But deep down, I knew waiting was another version of the same lie. The decision I faced wasn't dramatic, but it was terrifying. Do I stay comfortable or do I stay honest? I didn't quit overnight. I didn't bridge bridges. I didn't chase a fantasy. I did something quieter and braver. I started making choices that aligned with truth instead of fear. I updated the resume I'd been avoiding. I explored paths I had dismissed as unrealistic. I said no to things that drained me. I said yes to things that scared me in a good way. There were consequences, less certainty, more discomfort, moments of doubt where the old lie tried to pull me back. But there was also something new, energy, curiosity, a sense of ownership over my own life. I wasn't happier every day, but I was awake. Here's what I learned, slowly and honestly. The most dangerous lies aren't the ones others tell us. They're the ones we repeat until they sound like facts. I'm fine. It's too late. This is just life. These lies don't scream, they whisper. They convince you that survival is the same as living, that comfort is the same as peace, that numbness is the same as maturity.
Growth rarely begins with confidence. It begins with discomfort. And clarity often arrives not as a solution, but as a question you can no longer ignore. I still think about that version of myself, the one who believed the lie for so long. Not with regret, with understanding. Sometimes we lie to ourselves, not because we're weak, but because we're afraid of what honesty might demand. So here's the question I leave you with. What's one truth you've been avoiding? And what might change if you finally listen to it?